Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because we have another new launch from the House of Sillage. I'm super excited to share this one because I often get asked for recommendations about what is a really nice fresh fragrance from the House of Sillage line. And this new Whispers of Enchantment is just that, with a hint of sensuality. So if you're interested in learning a bit more about this new launch from the House of Sillage, then let's go ahead and get started. So the House of Sillage has launched a whole new line of the Whispers in the Garden Noir version. These are a bit more sexy, a bit more sultry, and a bit more sensual. Now the Whispers of Enchantment is much different than the Whispers of Truth Noir and the Whispers of Temptation. I've already reviewed those, and both of these have a much more smoky, sexy, sultry vibe to them. So when this Whispers of Enchantment showed up, I was thinking this would have some sort of element like that, but I was completely surprised by this fragrance because this is actually a very fresh and luminous fragrance. So first I have to show you, upon opening it up, it comes with these beautiful green little petals. So you're already getting the theme that this is a more green fragrance. And when I think of green, I always think of those kind of green, freshy, a bit more earthy fragrances. And of course it comes in the beautiful House of Sillage box that opens up just like this and pulls down to display your beautiful House of Sillage perfume. And then of course this fragrance is housed in the classic House of Sillage cupcake design. And I do have to say, this emerald French glass is truly stunning. Classic cupcake design has over 100 diamond cut Swarovski crystals that are hand placed and encrusted by House of Sillage haute jewelry artisans. Whispers of Enchantment is described as taking you to a world filled with sultry bliss and extravagant sensuality. The hand-polished and multifaceted French glass with this gorgeous emerald ombre finish is absolutely stunning. So after experiencing the other two fragrances that were definitely on the smoky, sultry side, this is a complete departure. This, in my eyes, is a complete freshy fragrance with a little bit of sensuality in the dry down. This fragrance is going to be for any of you that love those kind of fresh, clean, out of the shower kind of fragrances and love a good musk. I'm already wearing this today, so I'm actually going to put another little spray on a tester strip here, and this is a very pleasing fresh scent. So this is one that's going to put a smile on your face right away. The top notes in here are sparkling Mandarin. You definitely get that right off the bat. It also has Petitgrain and Geranium at the top. So this is a fresh floral fragrance, really fresh, bright, sparkling opening. Then in the heart notes, the florals come in, and we've got Jasmine, Grandiflorum, as well as Rose Damascena and Sage. And I think Sage might be the star of the show. Then in the base notes, you've got Sensual, Musk, Leather, and Patchouli. Now this is definitely on the clean patchouli side. This is not too earthy. To be honest with you, I'm not really picking up on the leatheriness whatsoever. To me, this is a very bright, fresh, sparkling fragrance. It does dry down to a much more sensual musk fragrance. So if you're looking at this beautiful ombre emerald green glass and you see how it's a bit more sparkly and you think of green, kind of fresh, crisp fragrance, that's exactly how it opens. The florals in here are gorgeous. You will smell the jasmine, you will smell a touch of that rose and geranium, but I feel like sage is the star of the show because it's sage on steroids essentially, and it helps balance out that gorgeous jasmine. So jasmine and I have a tricky relationship. I love the smell of it, but it can turn on me. It can turn almost a bit sour on me and not smell so beautiful anymore on my personal chemistry. So I always have to be a little bit careful with jasmine scents, but because of the balance of the sage in here, it really balances out those florals. Now when you first spray this perfume on, it really has this clean, fresh element to it. I describe this as coming out of the shower. You just use some really luxurious, either body wash or French soaps, really pretty, luxurious kind of spa products. You step out and you're going to have that fresh spa-like smell. Very clean, very fresh, a bit sparkling due to that touch of that Mandarin. So I get those clean shower vibes that is perfect for this time of year when it is super hot out and you really are gravitating towards a clean, fresh fragrance. Then as this dries down and settles on the skin, you are going to smell a bit more of the botanical florals, a bit of earthiness, but as I said, a clean earthiness. It just smells a little bit more elemental, but still includes those fresh undertones. It's just not going to be as kind of fresh out of the shower vibe. You know, we all love that smell, but I don't want it to smell that way all day long. I definitely want it to settle down, and that's where I smell this soft musk. And again, I'm not picking up any kind of heaviness from the leather. The patchouli is definitely more on that clean side versus the earthier side, and I do smell that musk. So the sensuality of this fragrance is going to be in the dry down. This is not one of these scents that I would consider like a sexy, sultry scent. This to me is going to be a freshie with a nice little undercurrent of sensuality in here from that musk dry. The vibe that I'm getting from this fragrance is a long, flowy sundress, wearing some cute flats or sandals. I smell good, I smell fresh. I'm gonna go run errands and feel like I'm put together. So I've been wearing this fragrance for about 8 hours now, and I am now smelling a little bit more like a fresh, clean musk versus that initial sparkly citrus burst. It definitely still has the clean undertones, but I do now see where the sensuality of this fragrance is going, definitely in the dry down, becoming closer to the skin. So this fragrance is excellent for right now, but can totally see this being a year-round scent, especially for those that gravitate towards fresh fragrances. I think you're going to love this year-round. I think this fragrance is going to be a crowd pleaser. Of course, I had to ask my resident perfume critics, my daughter and my husband, what they thought of this fragrance. And my daughter loved this because she said it had that shower fresh vibe, but as if you were staying at a really fancy hotel with fancy soaps and stuff. So I thought that was a good description from her. I was like, yep, that does nail it. And this even got my husband's approval. Again, nice fresh fragrances. He really likes that Creed DNA that definitely has a fresh, crisp element in it. Overall, this fragrance is described as blissful, euphoric, and tantalizing. So I find this fragrance to be blissful. It puts a smile on my face. I think the one thing I would say is this is definitely a departure from the other two new launches. Those were smoky and sultry and sexy. This is going to be a more innocent, sensual fragrance. Very easy wear, and I definitely think a lot of people would enjoy this fragrance. This is what I'm wearing today, kind of matching my green earthy shirt, and I just really love this one. I think a lot of you will. So if you are searching for a sparkly, fresh floral fragrance with a undercurrent of sensuality, I think you're going to love Whispers of Enchantment. Really beautiful launch from the House of Sillage, and I think they did a great job mirroring the fragrance with the bottle once again. For some reason, the emerald ombre glass here has a little bit of innocence to it, and I just love the color scheme of this bottle. Fragrance is launching this Friday, August 13th at thehouseofsillage.com. I will leave all the information below in the description box. As usual, I love to hear what's your favorite fresh floral fragrance, and are you planning on picking this one up? You guys let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.